Snakes on a Plane is a 2006 creature feature directed by David R. Ellis. A murder witness on a commercial flight has more than turbulence to worry about when those who want to silence him release hundreds of venomous snakes on board the plane. But before we get into this aeroplane anarchy, I just want to remind you that you can now sign up to be a channel member if you want to go above and beyond with your support for my channel. But don't worry, I'm not going to pressure you into it or anything.
Come on, give me the gas!
Also, there will be full spoilers ahead, but if that doesn't bother you, then grab your in-flight meal-flavoured popcorn and whip out your snake-thwacking flail as we dive into Snakes on a Plane. So the movie begins in Hawaii, where we see this fella bombing around on a dirt bike like, "Woo! Look at me! I'm going wheelie fast!" Turns out it's that laddo from Wolf Creek, who I'm going to call Wings, because he'll get some if he keeps drinking that. "Goodness grief, sir! What the hell are you doing upside down and bleeding?" He tells Wings to hide. So he does before these baddies rock up and Mr. Upside Down says, "Afternoon, gentlemen. Fancy giving me a jab in the ribs?" Then their boss steps out of the car, namely Beige Suit Benny and his pet baseball bat. He's mad at Mr. Upside Down because he beat him at a game of Connect 4. So Benny gives him a good schmack all three, and now he's more like Raspberry Ripple Suit Benny.
Clean this up.
"I don't think so, mate. You made the mess. You clean it up." "Ugh, fine." Damn Carl and his reasoning. Sometime later, and Wings is watching the news about the murder at home when he hears someone at his door. Oh no! It's the baddies! Hang on, how did they find out who he is and where he lives? Maybe it's for a completely unrelated reason. I reckon he stole that crate of Red Bull from them. Not quite sure that's worth murdering a person over, but baddies gonna be baddies, eh? At least I think they're there to kill him. They might just be trying to nick the middle of his door lock for their middle of door lock collection. Wings ain't taking any chances though, so he makes for the back door. When suddenly...
Does he look like a bitch?
What?
English, mother... Do you speak it?
Oh shit, sorry. Yes, I do speak English. And who the hell are you? I'm FBI Agent Smule, and I'm here to save your ass. Only my ass? Figure of speech. Then Smule shoots some baddies before he and Wings make their escape.
What the hell is going on?
You witnessed the murder and didn't tell anybody.
Again, if he didn't tell anybody about it, then how did Smule know too? It makes absolutely no sense. You're expecting a movie called Snakes on a Plane to make sense. Good point, Ken. I'll let it off. This time. Sometime later in the FBI are trying to figure out exactly what Wings knows.
I'm getting a little tired of all this garbage you've been feeding me.
Well, stop asking for it then. Every time I stop, you're like, "Oh, just one more orange peel. Oh, just one more empty can of Red Bull. Just stop!" Turns out Red Bull is actually how they found him, because apparently an empty can of Red Bull with his fingerprints on it near the crime scene proves that he witnessed the murder, which is a link so tenuous it's stupid! Anyway, Smule takes over and says that if Wings is willing to testify against Beige Suit Benny in Los Angeles, then Smule will help keep him safe. Okay, I'll do it, on one condition, which is... I want Keenan from Keenan and Kel to be on our flight to LA. Okay, that has got to be the most random and nonsensical request I've ever heard, but I'll see what I can do. Then we're at the airport where we meet Tess and Jess, the stewardess, who are getting ready for the flight. And hey up, it looks like Smule has kept to his part of the deal as we've got Keenan, but instead of Kel we've got his mates Barrel Roll and Germs, the latter of which is famous apparently. Also waiting for the flight is this lady who reminds me a bit of Reese Witherspoon, but I don't see a spoon, so she's Reese without a spoon now. And her dog is an absolute beast, so I'm going to call it Grimlock.
Sorry.
She just hates that salmon-coloured shirt.
It's okay. Do you think she wants some Xanax?
Trying to sell drugs to a dog in an airport. Now I've seen everything. Wings and Smule are ready to board too, with the former saying,
Is that our plane?
No, that one would be too safe, so we're taking a commercial flight. On board the plane we meet Captain Whammy, who seems to think Tess is a ripe peach.
You're looking especially delicious this evening.
But oh no, it looks like the baddies have a guy disguised as a baggage handler, who tells them which flight Wings is going to be on.
South Pacific Air 121.
Man, it's lucky they had a spy at the exact right plane, at the exact right time. Yes, that's awfully convenient to say the least. And also, how the hell did they manage to get all these boxes of snakes on the plane without anyone checking them beforehand? Granted, we do see someone checking the plane with a sniffer dog, but unfortunately it can't tell the human it smells snakes because he doesn't speak dog. And so everyone boards the plane with Wings, Smule and his colleague Keith Keitherson taking over first class. So Reese without a spoon gets downgraded to coach.
Coach? Is it safe there?
Oh, heavens no. If the axe-wielding maniacs, plural, don't get you, then the poison we put in your food certainly will. So everyone gets seated and this business bastard gets annoyed because Grimlock is distracting him from his bastard business.
Can you at least get that vermin to shut up?
Me, Grimlock, don't shut up. Me want to bite your testicles.
Keenan's okay with the seating downgrade though, as long as he still gets to play Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker on the PSP. Hot Coldman! Oh, Kojima, you first draft name bastard. And hang on, what the hell is Taylor Kitsch doing in this? Besides having a smooch, I mean. Bless him. He has no idea that one day he'll star in one of the biggest box office bombs of all time. Battleship? Actually, I was thinking of John Carter, but yeah, he was in Battleship too, wasn't he? Dude just can't catch a break. We also see this dad dropping off his two sons, named and who are meeting their mum at their destination.
Come on, you're gonna be fine.
It's not like the plane's going to be infested with venomous snakes now, is it? And hey up, we've got Lynn Shay as well. I wonder how she's going to die in this one. She's like the female equivalent to Sean Bean, isn't she? So the flight attendants go over the usual pre-flight jazz, and I think Jess has a thing for wings. I mean, who could resist that face, am I right? And he says, "You want to see my Ghost Rider impression?"
Wow, that is so hot.
And they're off. I don't know why I said that like they're in a race or something, but you know what I mean.
Radar indicates a bit of weather up ahead.
What kind of weather, Captain Whammy? Miscellaneous. Hence my lack of specificity. Then we see inside the snake boxes, which have a timer set to release them at a certain point. Oh, I love the ridiculous lengths the baddies have gone to just to potentially kill one guy. Personally, I would have come up with a more cost-effective method, like thwacking him with a full salmon with a live grenade in its mouth. Wouldn't that also kill you? Yeah, probably. But it'd be both effective and hilarious.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes.
Could I get a gin and tonic?
I like to get pissed while I'm sniffing glue. Meanwhile, Stuart Ward, the steward, is defending his stew from this guy who doesn't even want it.
Come on, take it easy, buddy. You okay?
What's wrong with him?
My first thought would be a lot.
Then the timer ends and the giant crate releases a horde of venomous snakes into the plane. Meanwhile, Taylor and his girlfriend commandeer the restroom so they can have a cheeky wee smoky and play hide the male reproductive organ in the female reproductive organ. And we see this sneaky snack slithering in the overhead like, I wonder what's down this hole here. Oh my goodness, it's folk getting busy. I wonder if they'll let me join in. So it pops down and bites her on the tit, before another snake gives Taylor a serpentine tracheotomy. We also see this electrical sabotage snake sabotaging electricals, as electrical sabotage snakes have been known to do. So Colin O'Pilot goes to see if he can fix the problem, which seems to be fairly easy. And there we go. Okay, looks like we're all good down here and... Whammy then finds him but is unresponsive, so Tess goes to get Smeal, who confirms that he's dead.
I've been with that man for 10 years.
And he's never died before, so this is really unusual. But then suddenly the oxygen masks come down from the overhead, along with a shitload of snakes. Oh, who thought adding venomous snakes to the oxygen masks was a good idea? Honestly, I'm never flying with this airline again. So loads of passengers fall foul of the fanged fiends, and even Agent Keith Keitherson gets bitten, and sounds like me looking at my bank account balance. Unfortunately, little brother, gets bitten too, which I guess is what you get for having such a stupid name. Then we get some really unnecessary violence as this guy gets trampled and ends up impaled in the ear with a stiletto. Apparently they did reshoots to add all the R-rated bits because everyone whinged when they found out it was going to be PG-13. Stuart the steward also finds himself in a spot of bother with what I presume is supposed to be a coral snake. So he pops it in the microwave and, hang on, why does that microwave have a setting called Snake? What is this, Snakes on an Airplane? Ken, like that movie? Airplane? Yes, I got it. And consider me unimpressed. Ooh, careful. You're starting to sound like me ex. And oh no, Barrel Roller's been bitten on the barrel bum. Don't worry though, Keenan sorts it out and the rest of the passengers make their way to the front of the plane where it's safer.
We have to put a barrier between us and the snakes!
Does anybody have any wood? Well, Taylor Kitsch did, but he's dead now, so they just use bags instead. Smeal also rescues but little Um's arm isn't looking too good, and unfortunately they don't have an arm optician on board.
Is he gonna die?
Probably yes. Elsewhere, and Lynn has gone to save this lady's baby, because instead of saving it herself, she just sits there going,
My baby, where's my baby?
Well, you ain't gonna find it sitting down, you lazy bitch! Anyway, Lynn saves the tiny tot, but gets bitten in the process. They get back to safety and Tess says, Don't worry, Lynn, no one's ever died from a diamondback rattlesnake bite before. Actually, diamondback rattlesnakes are responsible for the most deaths of any snake in the US. Yeah, I know that. I was just trying to comfort her, Stu, you dingus. Oh shit, sorry. Yeah, she's right, Lynn. You're gonna be just fine. Wink, wink. Jesus Christ.
Gotta be kidding me.
Oh, what now? We've run out of gin. What am I supposed to do, drink tonic water on its own like a savage? Oh, and Keith Keitherson has died from his bites too. So Smeal gets on the phone to his colleague at the office, Bobby Carnival Ride, and tells him what's happened. That bugger beige suit Benny
Somehow managed to fill the plane with poisonous snakes.
Really? Which ones are poisonous? Because all I can see are venomous snakes. Anyway, he asks Bobby to find a snake expert who can help once they land the plane. So he gets to it.
I need the best poisonous snake expert in this time zone.
Sorry, Bobby, but I don't have the details of a poisonous snake expert. But I do have the details of a venomous snake expert. The number is 0800 learn the difference between poisonous and venomous, you dickhead. Is that a free phone number? Or is this going to cost me? Then we get another irritating scene where this lady cuts open little snake bites so she can suck out the venom. Despite the fact that he was bitten about 10 minutes ago, so it would already be well into his system by now. So if anything, cutting open his arm and sucking on it will probably do more harm than good. Meanwhile, Stu is trying to keep the scaly swines back with a fire extinguisher like, "Eat CO2, you COCKS!" Elsewhere, Bobby meets up with the best snake expert they can find. "Nice to meet you, Doc. I hear you're the best bald expert in the city of Bald." "Well, that depends, Bobby. Were you in Thunder Force by choice, or...?" Toupee. So they get Smeal back on the phone, and the doc asks what types of snakes are on the plane. Well, we've got slithery ones with funny eyes, ones with fangs, and... ones which hiss.
You're going to have to be much more specific than that.
Thankfully, Reese Witherspoon's phone can take photos, so they email them to the doc. Now, you've got to remember that phones back in 2006 were a lot shitter than they are today. Indeed. Sending a photo on your phone was like witchcraft back then. Elsewhere, and Captain Whammy is having himself a nice loud rattlesnake boogie, but he gets too carried away and falls into this hole, the silly goose. So now there's no one flying the plane! So Tess and Smeal get on the job and try and level the plane out. Unfortunately for Jess and Wings, however, the snakes have found themselves a battering ram, and are like, "Come in through, motherfuckers!" Now they've got no choice but to retreat upstairs. But not all at once, or the banister will break. Oh, bloody hell. Then we get some more gory reshoots for the hell of it, before we see Pooh's salmon shirt and his wife get killed by the snakes too, so sucks to be them, I guess. And if that wasn't bad enough, then business bastard chucks Grimlock into the jaws of this massive python! "Ooh, I hope you get constricted to death, you shit." And seconds later, he does. When I said I wanted a snakeskin hat for my birthday, this is not what I had in mind. Everyone else manages to make it upstairs. Well, apart from this guy who was like, "You guys go ahead. I'm going to dive through this glass instead." Thankfully, Smeal and Tess managed to prevent the plane from crashing into the ocean at the last second. Then, hey, Whammy's still alive. I may be horribly bulbous, but I ain't dead yet. Emphasis on the yet. So he gets back to flying the plane while the others cleverly use an inflated life raft to stop the snakes coming upstairs. And unfortunately, Lynn has died during the chaos, because of course she has. Back to the Insidious franchise for you. Even though this came out before those movies, but... Then they realise the air circulation has stopped working, and need to fix it so they can breathe, as I've heard that's quite important. So Smeal goes down into the bowels of the plane to fix it, while chewing on this flashlight, because he fancied a light snack. He finds the correct lever, but then gets attacked and is like, "Eat flaming hairspray, you slithery shits!"
Flynn, you okay?
Okay. You don't sound okay. I have a flashlight in my mouth. What? Damn it, I said I have a flashlight in my mouth. Now I've had to waste time taking it out of my mouth to tell you I had it in my mouth. Oh, and the aircon is back on now, so you're welcome. What? Then Bobby gives Smeal a call back to tell him they've secured the correct anti-venoms for when they land, and also asks him how he would describe a scarecrow in a field.
Outstanding.
Nice one. Now all we need to do is land safely and... Oh! God damn it!
Is there anyone here who knows how to fly a plane?
I want Keenan to do it. What? If you want me to testify against Beige Suit Benny, then I want Keenan to land the plane. Why? My reasons are my own. Now, do we have a deal? Oh, for the love of God. Keenan, can you do this?
Yeah, I can do this.
But we really need to get rid of these snakes, like. Damn right.
Enough is enough! I have had it with these
macaroni
snakes on this
marinara
plane!
Eat shit, window!
Problem solved.
So while everyone is in the back trying not to get sucked off the plane, Keenan and Smeal try their best to land the bastard.
This is your new pilot, Troy speaking.
I suggest you relinquish the pilot's chair to someone more experienced.
Sorry, Chief, but Wings wanted me to do this, so by God, I'm gonna do it. So everyone straps in and holds on tight as they approach the runway. And then touchdown! And a bit of bounce in, and now just brake, and... And And so the day is saved, everyone gets off the plane and treated for their snake bites, while Smule says, "Right, your turn, Wings." "No, I want Keenan to help me off the plane. If you want me to testify against..." And thus ends the murder witness plot that the movie clearly forgot about. End of movie. And there we have it, folks. Snakes on a Plane is a very stupid movie, but also a pretty enjoyable one. If you can look past the nonsensical plot and embrace the stupidity of it, then I think this movie has enough snake carnage and great Samuel L. Jackson quotes to be a hell of a lot of fun. So, Snakes on a Plane, what did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you loathe it? Let me know in the comments below, and until next time, here's some outtakes for you.
A grenade in the salmon's mouth.
Put a grenade in the salmon, you shit. With a full salmon. Oh, I hope you get constricted to death. Run out of breath. That rhymed.